Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. As always, thank you for the support. So I just thought I'd have a little play with the Frosty and Friends. So when I placed an order last time with Hunkydory, I just literally got one topper, which was the one that I really liked. You just can't buy every kit, do you know what I mean, even if you want to. So sometimes I just pick and choose an odd topper just so I feel like I've had the whole kit, because realistically, you know, what I'll do is make a couple of cards and then I'll put it away, and then I might not see it again unless I get it out again for you guys. So or if, you know, sometime down the line, 2-3 years, I'll go, oh, where's that such and such, and then I'll have to go hunting all through it. But yeah, I just got the one topper. So this one is the Greatest of Friends from Frosty and Friends, and it's a sort of holographic foil on this one, and it's got these beautiful little notes, holographic notes all the way across, which is beautiful. I adore it. It's gorgeous. So I thought we'd have a little play with that today, try and make a couple of cards, 2-3 maybe. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to start with a nice easy one. So I'm going to bring in a piece of 6x12 cardstock, and I'm going to grab my little tool, and we're going to score that at 3 and 6, because I'm going to do an easel card, but I'm doing the sort of half easel one, as I call them. So I'm not building it up to be the same size as the base. So let's just put that across there. I can see I might need a new blade soon, because that is starting to go a little fluffy. Okay, bear with me. Pop the G's coughing fit. Okay. Yeah, so I've scored at 3 and 6, and that's going to make us our little half easel. Okay, let's move that one out of the way. And pop this in. And I'm going to bring back in, I don't know if you remember, if you've been watching my channel before, there was this holographic foil, which is the Miri Card Special, the Rainbow Sparkles, which is like literally the only holographic card that I can find. I know I've got other stuff, but just not really willing to go look for it at the moment. Still sort of coming out of that being poorly stage. But I'm going to cut this to my usual, which is 2 notches under the 6. I'm going to do that as a square, and that should fit onto that base there. Okay, and then I want a piece for this side here. That's going to be too small, so let's have a look at this. It is 2 notches under the 6. I'm just going to go 2 notches under the 3. Save that piece. And that should fit nicely onto there, and it does. Okay, so I'm going to be using this one. Okay, and on the base I am going to be using an insert, which I'll show you in a second, but I do need something for this bit here on the side, and I want to use that this singing border, I think. Although saying that, I was going to use the square topper, so maybe it would be better. Yeah, we'll change our mind. Save that for next time. Right, we'll go with this one. So this is the one with the little deer. So I'm just going to bring that across to 4 notches under the 6. Put that to the side, and then we want 2 3/4. Or 4 notches into the 3. Okay, and that will fit on there quite nicely. So because I want to try and get 3 cards out of this, and I had an idea with the other card. What I did was I grabbed an insert from the Blockbuster, which just happened to be this insert, and what I did was I cut 2 pieces out of it, which are 4 notches under the 6 square. Okay, so we are going to use this one onto here. And the reason why I didn't show you me cutting that is because I have to put them through the old guillotine, because for some reason the blades on that trimmer don't like the insert paper. So basically I've given up with trying to do them on there, and I always do them on the guillotine, so I usually do them beforehand. So with it being the insert paper, this might affect whether you want to gut this or not. If you do gut it, sometimes with a little bit of pressure, let's say if a card's in a box or something, you can get that ridge coming through on the paper. I'm not going to gut it today, but obviously just be aware of that if you do decide to do that. So I don't have any of the tape, so I'm going to be using my Crafter's Companion roller. And we're just going to pop this insert on. Moment of truth, just to see if we can get that very straight. And we have. Always super nervous. And then what I did was normally I have that big bottle of the all-purpose, which I've been moaning about because it's a bit too wieldy for me. I did find an old bottle with a little bit in, and I've decanted it into there just to make it a bit easier on me. Okay, so we're going to pop that one onto there. So tacky glue I refilled today. I'm just going to put a little bit in the corners because I want this to stick quite quickly. But I like my all-purpose glue because it does dry like concrete. Put that one onto there like so. There we go. Excuse me sniffing. And then onto the back, and again a little bit tacky glue just in those corners, because we are going to be wanting to build up onto this pretty quickly. So far we've got our little card. If I bring that around to show you, so we've got our little family and our thing. Oh, it's not straight. Why is that not straight? There we go. Bear with me 2 seconds. That's moving as well, which is not helping. Got a slightly wider border on one side than the other. Let me just see if I can rectify that. Sorry, it'll bug me later on, that's the only thing. So let's just take a little smidge off, and sometimes you can get away with this, taking it off once it's got a bit of glue on. Just be sure to just clean the underside of your trimmer, it could cause you problems later on, especially with the all-purpose glue. This should be better, I think. There we go. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, so let's just grab the topper. And I'm going with the big square one. And then this one hasn't got a border on it. So let's see what we're going to do in the way of sentiments. So this is pretty much going to fill up there anyway. So we need at least 3 of them, then there are 4 on here. So good friends, great cheer, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For a special friend at Christmas, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I think I'm going to go with this one because it's quite nice and chunky enough to be my stopper. And I'll pop this little round one out, which is just the snowman, the same snowman, just closer up. Oops. Okay, so let's just pop these layers out. Fingers and thumbs again. Okay. Did you guys all see the Halloween one today? I know a couple of you that watch have said you're not really into Halloween. I kind of like that it's a bit different, you know. We sort of have all this Christmas and then before it goes back into normal sort of things, you have this little sort of spooky celebration. I kind of like that. But we don't really celebrate Halloween. We don't do anything besides hide from people. We don't answer the door. We don't. We're not really that into it. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So for this one, what I thought I would do is go in the middle. So it's quite cool in that we've got these points here, so we know we can put that on the halfway point of our card, and that's going to be in the middle. So I thought I would use these little 1mm ones. Now let's just check if there is a right and a wrong way. I've got snowflakes here, snowflakes here. I think I'm going to have them that way so that the snowflakes are on this side, and then I'll probably put that circle somewhere on the other. So let's just work our way around. And it's going to be a case of, you know, some people don't like to put a lot on. I just feel like this is going to be the support of this card, because this card is coming above. Obviously we can't put any sticky above the card because there's not going to be any card there to support it. So I just like to put a good amount on there, just that I know it's really secure to my card. I'm probably overkill, if I'm honest with you. You know, it's probably more than it does need. But I just well, I wouldn't say I sleep better because it's not something that I lay awake thinking about, but I think when you make a card you sort of want to think that at least it's going to last a decent amount of time, or if it's not going to be used for a while, you want it to be able to still do the job you envisage when you make it, if you know what I mean. So it's whatever you feel comfortable with. If you want to put less pads on, you know, I mean, you might want to use the 3D glue gel instead, you know. It's however you want to make. That's the beautiful thing about card making, I think, is that, you know, it's not a recipe really. When you make a card, it's just a serving suggestion, because there are so many different ways to get that same result. You know, different glues, different, you know, different folds, different, you know, it's brilliant. I love it. That's what I love about card making, I really do. Okay, so I'm just lining that up sort of in the middle on my card, and then lining these points up on that crease. So that's like so. And then I think for this one, let's have a look, should we go, yeah, I think I'm just going to do flat like I usually do. You could leave it out if you wanted to, so you've got that bit of space behind it, a bit of air. but I do like a bit of holographic card, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that in, put that down, make sure that goes behind there where it's supposed to. There we go. So you do get those shadows playing, which is nice. Nice. Okay, and then the Crafter's Companion big pads. And these are nice and chunky, and they're about 5mm, I think. Okay, so again, taking the backs off. I always put a little bit of tacky glue on just to give me a bit of wiggle time, and also just a little bit of security with these pads in case they should shrink in the heat, which is what we have got an awful lot going on at the moment of the heat. Don't know what it's like where you are, but we are baking. There's no fan in this room and it's upstairs, so it does get really hot quite quickly, especially like when you put like the lights on and stuff, you know. Basically I'm suffering here. Not really. Okay, so this one says, good friends, great cheer, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I think I'm going to put it, sorry, I'm going to cover up these little baby ones, but it will be right in the middle of those Mama and Papa one. And then we've got this one here. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. Okay. So just need to decide whether I want to put that on or whether I want to just pop some gems on. I don't think it's really adding that much to it, so I'm going to leave that off. So let's turn to some gems. So ideally we want something sparkly and quite clear. So these, I think they're Hunkydory. So let's pop two on there. Let's grab my knife and I think I'll go with this medium size one, and there is a little titty one. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So medium one. I think this must be quite old because they're coming off the sticky. And I've got a little ditty one. So let's see. Yep, I'm happy with that one there. And then so we'll look at three more. So let's see, I think I'm going to do two going that way. And then one chunky one here. Oops, doesn't want to come up. There we go, we got him. Oh, he stuck to my knife. There we go, so we got that one, that one, that one. Let's put those parts away for now. And then lastly, what I thought I would do is just add a little bit of glitter, just purely because, you know, you've got all of this here, even though you've got that holographic, it's just nice to add a little bit extra. So I'm going to bring in my Quickie glue pen, so this one, and I'm just going to run some over the back, not going too crazy, just a little hint here and there. And I think what I'm going to do is just on these big ones, just add a bit of glitter on here too. Just tie that all together and just make it a little bit extra special. If you wanted to, you could emboss that with a snowfall embossing folder. That would be quite nice. Just put that over. Just saw one other bit that I missed. Just the top of that broomstick, just really need some glitter on there, that's for sure. Okay, let's take this top off. Now it is going to look like a mess until it dries, so at the end of the video what I'll do is just brush off that excess glitter. And I will then promptly wear it for 2 days. But that's as it stands at the moment. But like I say, we will clean that off. We'll just brush off. Once that's had a set time to set, we'll just use a fine brush just to get rid of all of that extra glitter. And that will look absolutely stunning. Okay. So moving on to card number 2. So again, I have another piece of the 6x12 prepared today. A little more prepared than usual anyway. So I'm going to score this at 4 and at 2. So I'm kind of doing one of these weird ones that closes in a different place, so not quite a standard card. I quite like these sort of off-centre folds, just adds a little something. So we've got our card that opens that way. Okay, so let's bring in our trimmer. Now again, if you remember, I was talking about that that insert that I cut into 2, and I cut 2 pieces down. This is going into the centre of there. Okay, so this piece, again with the mirror, because I'm just gonna use that up. I'm going to use just silver mirror on the last card if we get to it. But 2 notches under the 6. And that will fit very nicely inside like so. So this piece here is going to be 2 notches under the 2. That should be already 2 notches under the 6. Yeah, perfect. So we'll just make sure we've got that nice and straight. And that's a nice border for somewhere. So that one's going to go nicely onto there. And then we need a piece for this side, which is going to be 2 notches under the 6. Let's move that and that out of the way before I start getting confused. And 2 notches under the 4. Okay. So that one should fit onto there quite nicely. Might actually just take a little bit more off that one. Let's just take a teeny weeny, teeny weeny, so like literally a butterfly's eyelash, just to make sure that that goes. Yeah, it's much better. Okay, so then for this piece here, thinking we're going to be using this piece. Okay, so we need to cut this down to 4 notches under the 6, but I want to keep that corner. So, oh no, let's not do it that way, otherwise I'm going to end up getting confused. So yeah, no, I do need to do that. Let's do it that way though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, because the length is going to stay the same. Okay, and then I want on this side, no, we'll have that on that side. I'm going to have 4 notches under the 2. So it's going to be 1 3/4, and that should fit on this edge here quite nicely, and it does. And then if I turn this around and I want 4 notches under the 4, and then this should fit onto this side, and then I can decide whether I want to turn that around. We'll see what looks best. Keep your case at that. No, I don't like that. It'll be that way so that it matches up. Okay, so we've got the insert, we've got those bits. We are ready to rumble. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Okay, so let's do a little bit of assembling, then we can start with our topper. So if I bring in this pen again, and if you wanted to, you could just use that bit on the inside, just cut it to size, pop it in. I always think, you know, it's nice to have somewhere to write on the inside a card, even if it is a sort of slightly different fold. So I quite like to put an insert in there, to be honest with you. Okay, so tacky glue, not tacky glue, all-purpose glue. A little bit tacky in the corners, just to give us that bit of quick stick. And you just need to make sure that you don't go anywhere near those fold lines, otherwise your card's not going to fold very well. And if I just bring my bone folder out, what I'm going to do is just give that another little fold down, and another little fold down. Okay, we've got these pieces here, so let's go. And I don't think I've said it today yet, just be very careful with your movie card, any sort of cards with a film on like this, with the all-purpose glue, because it can take the surface off them. It is an alcohol based glue, so it can do some damage, so just be super careful. I always tend to stay in the middle, which is why I do the tacky glue on the outside. Apart from just to give it a bit of quick stick, it just also saves me having to decide how close I can go, because when you press down, that glue will squidge and it will move. So if you go right to this edge here, you've got a good chance of it squidging out, and then it could take the finish on your card off. So you want to try and avoid that if you can, unless you like that look. If you're going for like a distressed look like that, it might work for you, but it's just not my favourite thing, I'll be honest. And I guarantee you, if you don't like it, it'll be the one thing you see about that card, the first thing you see about that card when it's on a shelf, because you never see the good bit that you do. You always see that little border that's just off, or you know, that topper that could have done with just being that little millimetre to the left, or that just a little bit down on the right. You know, we are so critical of our own work, and I think sometimes it's good to sort of take a picture of things and then just you can look at it a little bit more objectively. There we go. So this is the front of our card, looking quite nice at the minute. So my plan for this one, rather than use the big one across, which is what I would usually do, was to use these two smaller ones. So we've got a little snowman with his broom, and we've got our little carolers. And I think probably it is the season we need to save. Maybe the Let It Snow, because it's got that dark blue on, so that's going to match. Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, and then let's see how we want these to go. So my plan was sort of either to pop one at the top, one at the bottom, one there. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do one on that side, one on that side, and then we'll pop this somewhere. Okay, so I decided to go with this. So these two, originally I'd sort of thought put them across there and sort of have something like there, but it feels like there's such a big space there, you know, it feels a bit, so I think if I put these on here, then it's filled that big space. We've got this one which is breaking up that blue space, and then I'm going to get some darker gems which is going to break up this space here as well, and tie it all together. I might just put a little bit of glitter across those snowflakes as well. So let's bring in our foam pads. So I might get two on here. Just show you. Just pick that up. Trim the corner off. That's quite clumsily done, but at least it's not showing. Okay, I'll cut the other one down for sure. Just in case that feels a bit uneven, just that little one there. So I'll put that the right way. Go there. And I'm going to go quite high with these, but the "'Tis the Season" is not going to be quite so high. Just cut that in half as well, trying to mind my fingers. So that's one thing, I need to use those. Okay. So the gems I'm going to be using today are the Hunkydory glitter ones. Got some nice blue ones in those, sort of dark Christmassy blue. I think they might have come in a Christmas pack Mum had. I think she bought 5 packs of Christmas ones last year, maybe. That sort of seems to ring a bell. Okay, and then here we have this one. So this is probably about a 2mm, I feel. Just going to take that straight onto there. It was quite a large pad, so just cut it in half. This is going to go sort of match up the level there. Okay, so just going to go with 3, I think, and I think I'm going to go with these smaller ones. really wish they had some smaller ones of these, you know, like the small, medium and large. I really like the Diddy ones. Stick. Come on, there you go, play the game. There you go, on there. Just get that in the right place. And then, rather than do the same glittering, what I'm going to do is bring in this Crafter's Companion pen. The one that I usually squeeze loads out of, so I'm hoping it's not going to go crazy. I'm just going to add so this is just like it's a clear overlay pen, I've never had a Wink of Stella pen, so I don't know if it's a similar sort of thing. It's just bleeding a little bit. But if you've got any sort of glitter pen, really, I mean, if you wanted to do the same as what I did on the other card, you could do. You would get a more glittery finish, if I'm honest. This is a very sort of subtle. You would have to be, it would just catch your eye when you're walking past it, sort of thing. Okay. And the reason why I just wipe it out on the post-it note is just because a couple of days ago I was squeezing loads out and using it on an ink background. So when I do that, it tends to blob. So I just have to be a little bit careful with it. So that is card number 2, the little offside fold one. Not quite sure what the real name for that would be, but we'll pop that to the side. And what I will have to do is just get cleaned up and ready for card number 3. Okay, so for card number 3, I thought I would try and do a little Z fold card. So I've got another 6x12 and card blank, and I've got a piece that's 2x12 just to do the actual Z bit. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 3 and 6 and just get that folded over nicely, and then we'll fold that back. And then this piece here we score exactly the same, 3 and 6. So just give those a little burnish down. And then what they will do is go across our piece like so. What I might do is just turn that round, because my blade is a little bit fuzzy. And that's going to go across like so. Somewhere along there. Okay, so let's come in. So I did say I was going to use some silver mirror on this one. So we need a piece for the back, which is going to be 2 notches under the 6. And 2 notches under the 6. Let's just move that away a second. That's looking nice. And then I want a piece that is 2 notches under the 3 by 2 notches under the 6. And that is probably going to flash up at you, but that's going to go onto there. Okay, and then I need, this piece needs to be 2 notches under the 2, and I need a piece that's 2 notches under the 3, 2 notches under the 3, and it should fit onto there. And then we want a piece that is 6, so 2 notches. Look at that, so that's 2 notches under the 6, and then 2 notches under the 2. Hopefully that should be straight. Yeah. Okay. So those are those. Okay. So I want to be using this as my long strip. So what I'm going to do first of all is take this to the 4 notches under the 6, so I know I've got this piece correct. Okay, I can go ahead and I can cut my 5 3/4 4 notches under there, and I can also do the 4 notches under the 3. And they should fit onto there, so let's just check they fit, and they do, and that one should fit onto there quite nicely, and it does. Okay, so with this border we want it to be 4 notches under 2, and I'm thinking this is the busier part of it. So if I put it on this side, 1 2 3 4, just have to make sure I keep that nice and straight, because it would be a bit of a tragedy if it wasn't. Okay, so then now we can go 1 2 3 4 notches under the 6, 4 notches under the 3, and 4 notches under the 3. Okay, so those should be all of the pieces that we need. So let's just put those aside. So I'm going to do this piece first of all, because it'd be ideal for that to have a little bit of time to set. So just popping that onto there, just making sure I keep away from any of those folds. And again, so I'm going to do all these little silver bits first. And the other thing I would say is just make sure you've got it the way you're going to use it, so that you're putting them on the right side, because one time, the first time I think I made one of these, I did all the decorating and then found out it was on the wrong side to the fold that I'd done. So just double check is it's always a good thing to do. Okay, so I'm just giving those a good press down, make sure that glue has stuck. So again with these, just making sure I've got those notes the right way up. Again, if you've got a paper that's not got a pattern, then that's perfect, but this one has got a right and a wrong way, so just be mindful of that. There we go. Just, and if you wanted to sort of mix this up with a bit of the blue from the other one, you could do. I'm just trying to use up the card we have. It's always nice when I feel quite satisfied when I've used all the bits up, or as much as I can out of a particular topper set. Okay, that's that one there. Just got a little bit of glue there, so let me just move that away before it causes me any problems. Okay, so my borders aren't super even on there, but I'm going to live with it because it does look pretty special. Okay, so let's move these out of the way. Just going to do more of the same, only with the bigger pieces. Bit of tacky glue, bit of all-purpose, and another bit of glue on my mat. Let me just get rid of that again. Oh, this is the leaky bottle, so just swap it out with one of the other bottles that does not leak. And then we've got our little singing snowman. I wonder if we'll get a good snow this year. We don't really get a lot of snow here in Peterborough, that's for sure. I think the last one we had was about 2000 and maybe it's not 18, so it must be about 2010, I think, or 2012. It's quite some time ago, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll give that burnish down on there as well. I mean, I'm not that much of a fan of it anymore now that I'm older, and that the first thing you think of is, oh, I'm gonna fall over. But I do like to see it, I have to be honest. Give that a good press down. Again, more of the same. There we are on there. Okay, so move that out of the way. So we've got this remaining one that says best friend in the world, and then if I can get these out without breaking them. There we go, and we've got our actual snowman. Right, so my thinking with this is these notes still need to go really pretty much near the top, because they would have been rising, you know, that's the thing, isn't it? They're notes. And then I was thinking maybe coming across here with this bit being over. I'll let it snow, which could come down there or could equally go down there. Don't think we want to go with a special friend. Okay, let's see. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to keep two of those frames together. It's just going to help support them a bit better if they are together. Let's just see. So when it's open, the card will be like that, won't it? So let's see. Maybe we shouldn't miss that middle frame out, so you just get a little bit of the one singing behind. Just put that through. There we go, nearly there, nearly there. This one here, that one up there, that come across. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so let's start assembling. So I'm going to use my tacky glue because it does tend to grab quick, and I do want it to grab quick. So I'm just going to pop that on. Hopefully that's nice and straight. I think that is. And then what I can do is just pop some on there and let that find its own home. There we go. Perfect. Now I think with these what I'm going to do is raise all of them, but this one is already raised a little bit here because of these layers, so I am going to go with some Hunkydory ones wherever they have hidden from me. There they are. Okay, so what I need to do is just put some from around about there to so I need to be just below there and just in front of there, and there isn't a right or wrong way, is there? No, all of it seem to be going that way. So I'm just using these 1mm ones. Here, I believe. So again, these are going to be its only form of support, although I can put some flat glue at the top. And just go round back there, I think should be fine. See how that fits perfect. Just double checking that is the right way. Okay, so we can take off here, and actually it's not the only form of support because we've got all this along here which I can put a bit of glue on the top, so it's going to have a good amount of support there, probably more than the next layer I'll have, but we'll see. Okay, so let's pop those onto there. And I'm going to pop some there. Okay, so I'm trying to get it in the middle so we've got these points to reference it with as well. But I am going quite high up, so it's more towards the top of the card than the bottom. Okay, so this one again, I am going to put some, where am I think I might need to put some 1mm on the top and then some nice chunky ones on the bottom. Let me just see. So this is going to go onto there. Yeah, finish that one. Result. Okay, so and then along the top I need to pop some of these. So because we've got that level again, this is going to bring that up above that level of this layer of this frame. So just going to make it stand out just a teeny tiny bit. Let's see how that feels. Yeah, that feels good. So if it didn't, what I would do is double pad here, but I think it feels okay. So it's quite a long video today, just making up for the fact that I've had a load of short ones lately. next time, I think there is a Christmassy one with the animals in. So I thought I would have a play. Again, just bought a couple of toppers on that one. Let's see what it's called. 2 seconds. It's the Winter Woodland one, which I did fall in love with. I may still go back and buy the kit yet. I think sometimes I sort of hope that I'm going to get it, you know, because obviously Christmas time they have the goodie boxes, don't they, if they don't sell them out. And they do put a lot of the Christmas kits in there, so hopefully I might get lucky and have that Winter Woodland in one or two of my boxes. Okay, so here we are as it stands at the moment. So got a special friend, Let It Snow, don't think we want Snowman, I'm just going to go flat across there with this. Oh, we could go, didn't try that one, we've got to try it. Oh, I like that one as well. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So just putting glue, and I'm going flat on this one. The glue's just starting to bung up. Let me grab my little needle. I just have to hope my eyes are good enough to see the hole where the needle goes. Okay. I put a bit too much on there. I'm just going to pop that straight across the middle. And then let's see what gems we have. I don't want to use any of the same ones that I've used before. Maybe some pearls would be nice. Let's bring this bag out again that I had the other day. My new little pickup tool. And I need some gems out. So let's just pop. These are nice. Okay, so I think maybe medium sized bluishy one. Oh yes, that's nice. And then I'm going to do 3 up here. 1, 2. Are you the same size or are you different? You are a little bit different, but I don't mind you. So we've got 4, and then I'm just going to do one big one over here. There we go. And I think that should be it. Yeah, let me just grab my little T-square. Just going to edge these pearls over a little bit. And then if I just give you a teensy nudge that way. Awesome. So that is that one finished. So let's put those in there. Oops. And pop those somewhere safe. So we've got that lovely little card there. So that's our little Z fold. We have got our little fold there, and then we've got this one which I've got a gem there. Let me just put that in the drawer. Just need to bring in my fluffy brush. Just give that a good little hair stuck. And you can just hopefully you can just pick up that little bit of glitter there. on there, just adding that one in. So we've got quite a nice little selection there. I still got a bit left in this kit, to be fair. I'm probably just going to pop it onto a card blank, but we've got this one. You've got 2 little toppers. I've got 2 bits of card, so there's still another card there at least. So I will do that after the video. I will take photos, put them on Pinterest. I'll also put them on Facebook in the Hunkydory group, as I always do. Next time, like I say, I'm going to come with that wildlife one. Just it's quite a lovely soft natural kit, that one, with lovely sort of British wildlife, I feel. So it's a really nice kit, so we'll come back with that one next time. But until then, have fun, take care, bye bye.